Here are the best values at each position in 2025 Fantasy Football League, starting out at quarterback. Yes, Dak Prescott. His ADP is going up, but he's still about quarterback 9, making him a phenomenal value. I want you to know that Dak Prescott in 2019, 2021, 2023 had healthy seasons. In those healthy seasons, Dak Prescott was the quarterback 2, the quarterback 3, and the quarterback 7. That is one heck of a resume. But the difference between this version of Prescott is that those Dallas teams had great offensive lines that could run the football. Well, guess what? This Dallas Cowboys team, Javonte Williams, Jadon Blue, Miles Sanders, Phil Maffa, they probably are not going to be a sustaining rushing attack. Also, Dallas has had some good defenses over the years. Well, the Dallas defense this year comes in with a lot of injuries, a lot of offseason turmoil. The Cowboys are probably going to have to score quite a few points and put the team on Dak Prescott's shoulders. And guess what also? They gave him more help. In addition to the great CeeDee Lamb, the team brought in George Pickens to stretch the intermediate and deep area of the field. Not only be a great downfield threat because Dak Prescott is one of the best downfield passers in the NFL, but that also clears out space for CeeDee Lamb and tight end Jake Ferguson, who had that breakout year 2 years ago. Dak Prescott is in position to throw a massive number of pass attempts, and with the weapons he has, defenses are going to struggle to slow them down because there is no one way to take all of those weapons away. Go ahead and draft Dak Prescott. All right, next we have Breece Hall, who still goes outside the top 12 running backs. Last year, we were drafting Breece Hall as the running back 2 or the running back 3. We knew as a rookie, he had a great partial season before tearing his ACL. In 2024, he started out eased back in the lineup for 4 weeks from that ACL, and then he was a league winner the rest of the way. And what happened in 2024? Not good. Breece Hall was up and down, struggled. Yards after contact were down. His yards per carry, 4.2 career low. It was disappointing to say the least. And then after the season was over, we were trying to figure out what happened to Breece Hall. Why was he so terrible? Did Aaron Rodgers poison the well? Was it coaching? Breece Hall does an interview and he explains, I played the year through a sprained MCL. That is enough for me. If that was the explanation and Breece Hall is healthy, the coaches can talk about a timeshare in New York all they want. But if Breece Hall is healthy and on the field, he is a top 5 running back in the NFL, and there is no backup running back that is going to be taking significant time away from him. Breece Hall will be a steal at ADP, knowing that he is now healthy. If you're enjoying this breakdown, take a second, hit like and subscribe. It helps keep the fantasy advice coming. And if you want even more of RotoWire's tools, rankings, and insights, we got a 15% discount just for our YouTube viewers. You go to rotowire.com, pick out that subscription, and you use the code YouTube15 at checkout. All right, next, DJ Moore is the best value at the wide receiver position. His ADP gets cheaper and cheaper by the week. In many drafts, he's going as the wide receiver 23. Last year was a worst case scenario. The Bears' offense was terrible. The offensive line didn't protect the quarterback. DJ Moore was the wide receiver 14. 2 years ago with Justin Fields, DJ Moore was the wide receiver 6. This young man has averaged 1,100 yards since his rookie season. That is high-level production, yet he was on bad Carolina teams, bad Chicago teams, and now Ben Johnson coaches the offense. The team upgraded the offensive line. Caleb Williams is in a real offense where play action and motion will give him easy looks. DJ Moore will be weaponized. Ben Johnson is no fool. This is an elite receiver who can win in all areas of the field. He's a running back with the football in his hands. DJ Moore will be great this year. He will shatter that ADP. And yes, Romo Dunze will be fine too. But there is room for 2 receivers to do really well in the Chicago Bears offense. Finally, Jake Ferguson, Dallas Cowboys, going outside the top 12, sometimes at tight end 12, but usually outside the top 12 tight ends in your fantasy drafts. Don't forget, in 2023, Jake Ferguson, 71 catches, 761 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And that didn't count the wild card game when he put up 3 more touchdowns and big yardage as well. Jake Ferguson was bad last year. Why? First of all, Dak Prescott missed more than half the season. When Ferguson played 7 games with Prescott, he hit 70 yards in 3 of those 7 games. He went over 11.9 PPR points in 4 of those 7 games. And then Ferguson fell off the cliff when the backup quarterback came in. And then Ferguson also missed time with injury. Now, in this offense, he's not the number 2 option because George Pickens is that. But that actually helps Ferguson. This is a team that's going to have to throw. Pickens is going to open up space underneath, and Dak Prescott has always featured his tight end. That is not changing. Ferguson set for a huge season.